Hey guys, so Lord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Arethyr wave, Belphegorr. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we'll be taking a look at the mighty Belphegorr, the Prince of Darkness himself, from the Mythic Legion's Arethyr wave. I believe he is Arethyr's commander, but he's been dubbed as kind of this Prince of Darkness type character. So, the Ozzy Osbourne meme was warranted. So, taking a look at the accessories quick, because we did that in the Arethyr video, might as well do it here. He doesn't come with anything special. Comes with the two sickle sword thingamajiggers. Kind of wish he had his own sword, but you can, of course, connect these together. Give him a double-bladed, chop suey spin blade of death. I'd like to see him twirl this like a helicopter blade and lop like 6 dudes' heads off in a cartoon or something. That would be sweet. He also comes with the belt with the little loop in it. I will probably give him 2 of these so he can store his little sword thingies on his hips. And he also comes with, this is a first, alternate hands. Holy shit, this is a calamity. Alternate hands with a Mythic Legion's figure. Not the first or last figure in this wave to have that either. Well, the first that we're looking at, that made no sense. Either way, he's got 2 grip hands, and they are really easy to swap out. I will actually demonstrate that quick for you guys. But before we do that, I just want to say that this is one of not only my favorite figures of the year, but all time, because he looks like a character I created named Blade Killer. When I was in middle school, I drew this guy. He was like a skull demon guy with the horns and everything. And I named him Blade Killer. I think I got the name from a Chat May figure, which I do have somewhere. From the Beast Raider Warriors of the Savage line, I think is what it was called. There's this green skull dude. His name was Blade Killer. I'm like, well, that's a cool name. So when I created my character, I named him Blade Killer. And this right here is the absolute closest anyone has ever gotten to making that character. So this might be the first time for Old Overlord. I may have to buy a second one of these and turn it into Blade Killer, because it's already pretty close. It needs a little bit more silver and some pants, but yeah, I'm just through the moon about this figure. This is my number 1 figure of the year, and it's going to stay that way. So I'm probably just going to leave him out of that video altogether, at least as far as the ranking goes, because it's not fair. It's just not. I can't have him in there over another figure that doesn't look like something I drew. So, you know, he is my favorite figure of the year, and he's never going to get dethroned. I don't care what comes out. I don't care that I pre-ordered the Mezco Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider's my everything. This is my favorite figure of the year, end of story. So, articulation on this guy, he's got the standard 1.0 style buck, so it's pretty self-explanatory. He's got the ball joint in the head. He's got the hinge in the shoulders. They move forward and back. He's got a single hinge at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, swivel at the gauntlet, swivel at the wrist, along with a hinge. I will say, the wrists get a lot more range without the gauntlets. So kudos to the 4 Horsemen on that one. Nice tight waist joint, moves all around. Hips kick forward and back in, back in. He's got a thigh cut, single joint at the knee, swivel at the knee, and then he's got these goat feet. That's another thing Blade Killer never had, was goat feet, but that's cool, I guess. You can hinge them forward and back, and then tilt them side to side, and they do rotate as well. He's got the peg holes on the bottom. A little bit less warped than Zazar and Torion from the last All-Stars wave. So the hand swapping, because it's fairly easy to do. All you gotta do is give these a nice little tug. They pull right out. I will say, feels like they come out a little easier than most of the hands on these figures, so that's cool. They made it nice and easy. So even a caveman can do it. Well, a caveman would probably rip the whole arm off, right? But with that said, I'm not going to be giving him the sickle swords. I'm going to be giving him something a little bit more significant, a little bit more personal. Not so much to his character, but just a more unique style weapon. I'm going to give him the Sword Horseman, because this is my favorite figure in this line, period. It's my favorite figure of the year, period. And more likely than not, it's one of, if not my favorite figure I own, because of the fact that it looks a lot like something I created when I was a kid. And that means a hell of a lot to me, more so than anyone else, I think. A lot of people are saying this guy looks like Darkness from Legend. I see it, but all I can see is that character I drew when I was in middle school. And I actually drew him a couple of times in high school as well. But I'm just in love with this guy. I don't swing that way, but I'm just saying this dude is amazing. So, as far as shit I'm going to be taking with me when I die, it's going to be this figure. And if I get to it, the custom I'm going to make out of this figure when I get an extra one. Because I can't just cannibalize Mythic Legions. It's too heartbreaking because they're so well done. They're so good. They're so amazing. So freaking sexy and beautiful. I can't justify taking one apart, even if it is to make a character that I myself created a long-ass freaking time ago in a town called Kickapoo. That's a stupid Tenacious D reference. But with that being said, I think it's time now that we take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here is Belphegorr next to a couple other figures from the Arethyr wave that we'll be taking a look at tomorrow, because, as I've said before, we're doing 2 videos a day for these guys. Got the Hellfire Goblin and Malafar, or Malafar, whatever it is. It kind of sounds like Belphegorr, but with 2 different letters, doesn't it? Up next, here he is, next to a couple other demons from the Mythic Legions line that I currently own. We have Zarya from the Advent of Decay, and Zazar from the previous All-Stars wave. A little bit different style of demon with these two. I'm still waiting to see if we ever get a chance to get Azar again in a future All-Stars wave. Looking forward to that very much. And last but certainly not least, got our 2 regulars, Brother Mandibulus, also from the Advent of Decay wave. And again, don't get it twisted. As much as I love Belphegorr, like mad love, Brother Mandibulus is forever going to be the mascot of this channel, unless they do a Brother Mandibulus 2 that looks cooler than this one. And also we have the infamous Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. And don't worry, he's not getting dethroned as far as size comparisons either. Both of these guys are going to be sticking around for the long haul, I believe, because, well, Belphegorr here is probably going to get placed in a plastic case and put on a mantle where he will be admired for all eternity. But with that being said, it's time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and I'm pretty sure I don't need to say anything more about this figure at this point. I already said it was my favorite Mythic Legions figure I own, and my favorite figure of the year. There will be nothing topping this. There is nothing that could possibly come out that will top this, aside from, I guess, another action figure that looks like the character that this guy reminds me of. And I'm okay with that. I really am. This is my favorite figure from the wave. This is my favorite figure of the year. This is one of my favorite figures I own, period. So, yeah, of course, I'm going to recommend you pick this guy up. because speaking from an unbiased standpoint, this is a solid figure. My only real complaint as far as it being a Mythic Legions goes is I wish he had his own sword. This guy seems kind of special. It would have been nice if he came with his own sword. Maybe something like Arethyr's with like a skull hilt instead of the old Arethyr face smacked on there with a flame effect of some kind. I think that would have been a little bit better than the sickle swords he's got here. But if you are like me, you will be equipping him with, if I can find it here, there it is, the mighty sword Horsemen. This is going with this figure and a story. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. We are going to be doing this for the next couple of days, people. As I said before, we're going to be doing 2 videos a day, because tomorrow we got the 2 little guys to take a look at next. Malafar, I believe is his name, and the Hellfire Goblin. Then we're going to be wrapping things up with Magnus and the Orc on Monday. So, what a way to make a comeback, right? But granted, I didn't leave for that long. It was less than a week. Jeez. Did you miss me that much? Probably not. But as always, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions for live unboxing videos. Didn't do any unboxings for this wave. Again, I went over that in the Lady Death video from yesterday, so please check that out if you haven't already. I said that earlier in the Arethyr review, but figured I'd repeat it here. And as always, in case you miss the live unboxings, I do upload them to IGTV afterwards, so you can watch them in their full train wrecked glory. And also, don't forget to hit up the Mythic Legions Cabal on Facebook. Really cool group. And I'm going to say this again, please keep the drama to a minimum. That group is for awesome photography and cool customs. That's all you need to be putting in there. If you want to complain about stuff, then please keep it private. I mean, some things are warranted, but some things are just not necessary. I don't want to see a cool group go under like that. That's not cool. That's not cool. But as always, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you got this guy, if you want this guy. If you're jonesing to get this guy, you will have a chance come probably June. I think they're going to do an in-stock sale. And I highly recommend you do get this guy if you don't have him already. As always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. Unless it's this case, because I finally got a figure close enough to one of my original characters, and I am through the freaking moon about it. So with that being said, until next time, I will catch you guys later. I'm so in love right now. I can't even explain it.